Hello and welcome to another edition of the Wood Skateboard Podcast. It's not the Wood Podcast. I think there's some other podcast that's like about golfing or something. So this is the Wood Skateboard Podcast. This is season 4, episode 2, I think. Yeah, episode 2. The previous episode was with Cat and Little Cat. There's Little Cat and Grown Up Cat. Grown Up Cat owns Cherry's Wheels. Little Cat works here actually, and she's a total ripper. So go check out that episode. This is a skateboard podcast all about local skateboarding, interviewing local people that really need recognition. And this is one of them right here. This is Oompah Fritz, the legendary Oompa Fritz. What's up?
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah,
thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. So just like I do every single other episode, I just start talking about like what brought you into skateboarding first. Like what was your first board or your first memory of skateboarding?
My first board, probably a Walmart board, to be honest. Like, parents weren't going to pay for something like that we just gonna tear apart. We didn't come up in like a wealthy family, pretty poor. Grew up in a trailer park as my younger days. But I would say like my first real board after that was the blind deck with the nuclear bomb going off in the background.
Blind had a nuclear bomb one? I remember the Jeff Kendall Santa Cruz.
No, Blind had it too. It was a popsicle stick, but Blind had one as well.
Okay. That's cool. What size is that popsicle? Like 7.75 at the day? 7.5?
Dude,
things were getting like super skinny. So little wheels, skinny board, right?
Yeah, I think at that time I didn't even know that size was a thing. It was just a piece of wood with some wheels on it, and I was ready to go.
And you're just rolling with it.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I think I'm from the late 80s era where boards were really wide, and when they started getting a little skinnier, that's when I got a car and things. I started dipping out a little bit, and I was still in skateboarding, but like
I understand that. Once you get a car, different things come into hand.
Yeah. So did you wear the baggy pants with the little wheels and all that, and do flip tricks?
I had a pair of Jinkos.
Yeah.
I had to buy them myself, but like I did have a pair of Jinkos. My mother hated that, but they were cool. They were.
Yeah.
You could
they were
put
totally cool.
Everything in one pocket.
Yeah. All right. So what attracted you to skateboarding in the first place back then?
Back in the day, I would just say like, growing up watching my brother go from BMX to rollerblades and then to skateboard. And so, you copy your brother, like older. Yeah. Like four and a half years older. So yeah, he started skating, and so that's when my mom got me the Walmart board. And like, he was ollieing, and I was like, I gotta learn that
on the Walmart board.
On his, It's like I gotta learn that on mine, and I started to get it. So later when my mom realized that we were still doing it and keeping it up, she bought us a real board that we could share.
Yeah.
And my brother got to pick it out. Why it was the blind deck.
Yeah, the blind one. Did you go to a skate shop proper to get that? Or
I have no idea. That board just showed up one day at the house, and it was like, mom and brother already had gone without me.
Okay, all right. Do you remember the first time like you actually went to a skate shop and like where it was, what it looked like?
Yeah, I think in like 7th grade, 8th grade, my mom would take us to Lakeline Mall, like when we moved into this area.
Yeah.
And I would go and fast forward and just look at everything because
that was Fast Forward. Was the name of it?
Fast Forward at the time.
Right. Yeah, I vaguely remember that store. Yeah,
it was awesome.
It's like Zoomies of the past, right?
Nothing compared to Zoomies.
Okay, so
it is like, I guess the same idea is there, a store filled with skateboard stuff, but Fast Forward versus Zoomies is, I guess, kind of like saying these people know what 411 is, and these people don't know what the 411 is.
Yeah.
So,
okay,
that kind of difference. But yeah, we would go to Fast Forward, and my mom would let me look, but never buy. And then once I got old enough, I started buying my own stuff. So I would go to Fast Forward.
Okay.
And that was just the spot at that time.
Yeah.
We didn't have a car and we couldn't come into town in Austin. I think Austin had, Blondies? I think it was Blondies. And then it turned into Technar.
This is late 90s?
Yeah, like 90s into early 2000s.
Okay. I remember Technar. Yeah.
I think, I could be wrong, but I think it was Blondies. But I could be wrong.
Down there at MLK in Guadalupe?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I was in Houston at that time. In 94, I was here for like a brief time, kind of just doing stuff. But I think I vaguely remember that. Anyway, whatever. That's really cool. So you're kind of an OG Austin head. A lot of people were transplanted here. And so you moved here in like 7th grade?
I moved to the outer city limits.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Like Cedar Park and Lakeline area.
Off of Lakeline Boulevard.
Yeah.
I think I moved there in 8th grade.
I mean, back then it was way far.
Yeah. The subdivisions nowadays, they're everywhere. But back then it was more woods. And Lakeline did not go all the way to where it goes now. It elbowed into Brushy Creek Road.
Okay.
And you went down Brushy Creek to 183.
Yeah.
Like that was just all tree line woods. You could wander back there and find deer and all kinds of stuff.
So skate spots.
Tell me about skate spots.
No skate spots.
There, but,
okay. Like backyard ramps. Like what was the deal? Like what did you skate?
Back in the day, one of our buddies in high school had a backyard ramp, and I think that's why I like transition now so much, because we could go to his house and skate the ramp.
Okay.
Granted, he did not skate the ramp that much. Huh. He was more like a manual head. Could do nose manual all the way down the street as far as your eye could see and just keep going. It's like, got this awesome ramp. It's cool that you can nose manual, but you have this awesome ramp. We want to skate the ramp. So,
like, what are you doing, dude?
We would have to convince him to like put the skate box away and go in the backyard to skate the ramp. But as far as like DIY spots, when growing up, we didn't really have very much. Skated more loading docks, like on the back of the high school or the middle school. There used to be like a car wash or something over there near. Everything's changed so much in Cedar Park.
Somebody will remember that.
There used to be a car wash with like a 5-stair, and it was a fun spot. You could go and skate, and that was like kind of like the most stairs we had back then, unless you were going to try to hit something bigger. But yeah, I mean, not a lot of DIY, mostly ditches, like a lot of the ditches in the neighborhood. Okay. It's like where we were at. Anarchy Ditch. I don't know if you've been to that one. It's off of Lakeline. I don't know this.
Is it Lakeline and New Hope? There's some weird ditch over there. It's kind of with just like fences on either side.
Yeah.
Is that the one?
The baseball field on the right.
Yeah.
That's that ditch is known as Anarchy Ditch. Back in the day, there was a gigantic anarchy symbol just spray painted in there. Yeah. And it was just how we called it for the spot.
It's funny how ditches get their names, and like it just creates this organic culture, DIY spots as well, and then it's kind of random names, Turkey Bowl, Sonic Ditch, you have Scorpion DIY, Lizard Ditch. Of course, that's the second iteration of Lizard Ditch, because the first one was a little bit further up.
Down.
Yeah.
Further down.
And there was 5 Hips. I mean, that's pretty obvious. Mountain of Mountains, just this whole ditch naming culture that goes on in skateboarding and people finding their favorite spots. So do you have a favorite ditch, or did you? And then maybe now?
Well, back in the day, there used to be a spot, we called it CC's Bowl, and it was basically almost like a ramp. It had transition at the bottom of the ditch. It was a spot where a ditch where water flowed, and then it hit this concrete bowl where the water stopped, entered some drain pipes, and from there went underground to wherever the next spot it was going to go.
Okay.
So you could go into the ditch and go around it. It was so cool. And if you could get the speed, you go up and over the two like holes.
Yeah,
where
the double barrel pipes. Yeah,
you go up and over them, and you can get tricks going around. This is pretty cool. That was a sick ditch. We skated that a lot in high school. And then
what high school did you go to?
I went to Cedar Park.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
it's a big school. Yeah.
Well, it's double the size now.
Yeah.
Like
okay.
that it was back then.
What were you saying about Anarchy Ditch?
Anarchy Ditch was the other ditch that we hung out in a lot.
So who's we? Like who were your homies back then that you would skate with?
So skate homies. I guess growing up. When I moved to Cedar Park, I didn't really have a lot of friends.
Yeah.
I met a girl named Kelly Ford. She was pretty hardcore. She did everything the guys did. Met her in 8th grade, and then from there, when we all went to high school, met a few other guys. Tony Zacca, Johnny Penner, Dustin Kutzer, Jeremy Hart. There's a few other dudes that I met, but that was like basically the high school crew, the 4 or 5 of us, like I was the first one to get my driver's license. And
the key.
Yeah, I got the key.
Yeah.
So that opened up everything. Like, and from there we just went and just discover stuff, get lost on 183.
That's cool. Just running around looking for spots.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's really cool, man. Yeah. And do you keep in contact with any of them now, or like still skate with any of them, or they're basically kind of just gone their own done?
No, we're everybody's still friends. We all basically have gone our own separate way and do our own thing. I know Dustin still skates every now and then. Johnny Penner is the only guy as far as like me.
All right, Johnny Penner.
Johnny's the only guy that has like kept it up, like kind of like me. Like he is a full-blown dad and has kids and a wife, a great family.
It happens.
Yeah. So it's like the idea that he still goes when he can is awesome. And so every now and then we'll link up or send each other a clip or something, just something you saw online and you want the other guy to see it. So,
sharing.
Yeah, memes.
It's a way of showing love nowadays, right? You just share a meme with your homie or your friend.
Instead of calling them.
Yeah.
So weird.
Hey, I'm thinking of you. Here's a meme. Yeah.
Check this shit out.
Yeah. Now, your friend Kelly, that was a girl skateboarder back in the day. So I know nowadays women's skateboarding is picking up and I love it. It's like catching pace and everything like that. But did you notice like any difficulties that she may have gone through as a girl back then, or, as far as trying to learn how to skate? Or, I mean, you seem pretty, accepting and.
I would say the problem we had in high school was the FFA, the Future Farmers of America. Like, back in the day, like
folks.
Yeah, there was no hate or anything like that. Really, it hadn't built up or women skating and men skating. There was no like, oh, you're a girl, you're not supposed to be doing that. It didn't really matter, actually. I would say we were all in school. She could kickflip before us.
That's cool.
Like,
I love it.
Yeah, like we wanted to kickflip, like so.
Yeah, we had to deal with the jocks, the football players that hated the skaters. So
I had a few jock friends.
Did you?
It was good to have a football player on your side when you needed them, dude.
Yeah,
it was
exactly.
Good.
Yo, Rocky, Doug, come on over here. Yeah. So anyway, all right, man. So you told me about your first board. You told me about some spots and everything like that. Tell me about like what types of tricks are your bread and butter, like back then and now, like.
Bread and butter tricks. I would just say, in all actuality, just having fun and not even trying to overthink the actual trick that I'm gonna even attempt, which chances are I'm not gonna make it.
Yeah.
But I used to skate ramp and I still skate ramp to this day. So it's like always thinking about trying to 5-0 the quarter pipe, frontside 5-0 or something like that. But Nowadays, like any trick that I can get is gonna be a bread and butter.
Yeah, once you pass like 40.
Whatever I can land, cool.
Yeah, I'm the same way, like I don't care as long as my feet are still on the board now.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, once you hit past
as
40.
long as it's not this side on the ground, and it's these on the ground, Yeah.
That's really cool. So do you skate any vert or has it all been mini ramp?
No, it's mostly mini ramp. The biggest ramp I think I've skated is 8 foot, and it just not. I mean, yeah, it's quick. It's not really what I'm not ready for that, or I'm not into that, or I was just too scared and never tried to go bigger and bigger. Yeah. I did drop in on a vert ramp. I know it hurts when you fall.
I mean, was it just lack of accessibility, or you just didn't do it?
Peer pressure from the older dudes that are like waiting for you to get out of the way. Yeah. Like, dude, either do it or don't do it. It's my run, it's like, it's all a part of learning, and so I just went for it, and yeah, I slammed. That hurts.
Did you feel really nervous, like trying to learn new stuff in front of people, or some people are more timid,
till
when
this day.
Yeah,
I'm still nervous to learn a new trick in front of somebody.
Like skate park culture, like how do you feel like going to a new skate park or a new spot? Like, do you feel nervous? Are you the guy that just goes out there and tries everything, or
no? I'm not really nervous. I would say I'm not really nervous per se. I guess sometimes it's kind of difficult to always try to introduce yourself to some new crowd or a new bubble. Sometimes I'm not there for that either. I just come to check out the park. So I kind of will rush everything a little bit and like try to skate it all as much as you can to feel it out, But I enjoy going to new parks and stuff like that. That's a lot of fun. But being nervous, no, not really. I guess if I eat it as soon as I get there.
Yeah. Do you think the Austin skate culture is pretty open and accepting compared to other skate cultures around the United States?
I would say it's kind of equal.
Yeah,
it's really about maybe about who you know, or maybe it's not about who you know, but it's about who you surround yourself around. Like who do you want to be surrounded by, like this crowd or this crowd, and yeah, sometimes we do have a crowd in Austin that is not accepting because they're either better than you or they're just big-headed. But in the long run, if I have found that the more I tend to just try to not stick around, but just mind my own business, but at the same time just want to be involved or try to make that friendship or something like that, like it will come eventually. I'm not in any hurry, so it's like sometimes the skate cultures are pretty chill in some areas, and sometimes, they can be just like, oh, well, you're not welcome. It's like not anything for me to overthink. That's good. It is what it is, It's like I'm here and having fun. So that's all I care about.
That's a really good perspective. I mean, the community you have is the community you end up surrounding yourself by, and that starts with your mindset, right?
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah. Like, if you have the wrong mindset, you're going to go the wrong way. It's just how it is.
Yeah. So that ended up with you following what you love. You haven't quit skateboarding. In fact, you've formed your own skateboard company. That's kind of a big undertaking to just like say, I want to form my own skateboard company and to basically become skateboarding. What made you, want to do that?
I used to hang out with, so going back to my high school buddies, Johnny, he introduced me to a guy named Lyle Wall. He used to, back in the day, I think the church changed its name. It was called Twin Lake Fellowship, I think. It's right there on the side of Old 183. It's that church before you get into town in Cedar Park. Lyle, the guy I'm talking about, used to set up a skate park on the weekends in the parking lot there at the church.
Okay.
And it was just all out of his like heart that he would do it. Okay. Well, me and Johnny introduced me to that, and we would go there and skate and set up ramps and break them down and store them in a little closet in the church just to like have a spot. Cedar Park there was no skate park. So, and everywhere we went to go skate, you were harassed by police officers. It's like, well, where do you go? So this guy made a spot, and it was always open on Saturdays. And so we spent all day there. That guy put out a few boards one time, and like, okay, we all got hyped. We all wanted one. And that grew into like, me wanting to be kind of like this dude, like, oh, this guy is cool. Like, I want to be kind of like idolized after this dude, like, awesome dude. Well, like later down the line, like my grandmother just kept telling me like, this is what you like. And so you should try to continue into this path and start something of your own. And she always made the Ritz cracker commercial joke. Instead of saying Fritz, she said Ritz, and kept telling me like, yo, name it after yourself. You're the last of your bloodline. You're the last, how are you going to be remembered if you don't have kids, or, if you don't do anything else in your life? Like, well, skateboarding was always there for me. I always thought about it. So it's like, yeah, I just went with what Nana said, name it after yourself. Like sometimes I regret that. Like I do. Sometimes I wish I would have thought of a cooler name or something, but in the long run, it's just like really about remembering my line and remembering who I am, putting out artwork. It has my name on it. Like, it's just spreading the name Fritz, because it stops with me, so it's like, what, how are you going to do it?
So creating a legacy for yourself in a way.
I guess.
But not necessarily like, ego driven, it doesn't have to be ego driven.
No, none.
But it's still,
it's just like, I guess because somebody told me to do it, I was like, okay,
but there's somebody important to you, that is like, first of all, this guy Lyle, he's a community builder, and you saw that and you're like, that's cool. I like that. And then you saw him making boards, right?
Yeah.
And 100%. Then that's the way that he helped build that community. And then your grandma,
yeah. R.I.P. Nana.
Yeah. Nana, your Nana, she's kind of pushing you. Against somebody, skateboarding makes no money. Yeah, we know that.
No, I learned that really quick.
So to go against common sense, to do
a board that pretty quick, skateboarding is like kind of like, in my eyes, like more just giving back to the community. If anything, like there is nothing more exciting to see someone to be more excited about the next deck they're going to ride. If it was given to them, if they got it at a cheaper deal, won it at a contest, all these things behind skateboarding. It's like a lot of people think that there's money behind it. How can I make money? Like, there's no money in it. It's really just about the love. Like, and that's, in the long run, that's like all I've ever thought about. When I did first start, like, I put out some boards for a punk rock band, and it's like, we're going to make money on the road. We're going to do this. No. I mean, that's all right. Like it was fun. Like we had the time of our lives, and we lived it with what we had. So yeah.
Well, I mean, the equity is not really in the money. That's not the primary driver. It's creating community equity. It's creating a sense of empowerment for people and yourself, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, and it's creating memories. The older we get, the less things we need and the more memories we want, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on. Okay, so the older we get, the less money is important. The more we need to kind of be healthy, and the more we want to have good memories and kind of something to pass on, lore, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you talking like midlife crisis style?
Not necessarily midlife crisis, but you just start understanding that this just constant chase after money. I guess it's kind of you trying to establish security and clout for yourself at a younger age, and then the older you get, you're not really chasing that anymore. You're chasing the story that will be built.
I always tell myself like, you're in power of your own story. What do you want people to read? Like, how do you want your story to be read? Do you want it to be one way, or do you want it to be the other way? So it's like, I kind of understand what you mean there.
Yeah. And I guess Fritz is kind of your embodiment of that in a way, right?
In a way, like
you've taken control of your own
in a way, and taking control of my own life, and like, in all actuality, I don't never thought that Fritz would still be around right now or anything like that. And in the long run, like 10 years from now, I would never expect it to carry me and not have like another job or anything like that. It's like strictly just a side like project of like something just to have fun with, like something that I can throw my money into something and have stuff to give back out, or, just for support or whatever, So it's kind of fun.
I mean, you're doing that here. You're sponsoring the skate and paint night that's going to be happening. And, that's kind of you helping others create their own story through their own art and skateboarding, and like you're giving them the tools.
I'm excited.
You're giving us the tools to give to people,
I'm
to do that.
To see some of the paintings and stuff, to see what comes out of that.
Yeah, and that's really cool. And you also do other stuff besides just a board company. Like I see you working with wood. You have a ramp in your backyard. Like you really seem to help out a lot of people in the community carry out their own projects as well. That's what I've noticed.
If they want help, I don't want to take on other people's projects, but I mean, when it comes down to it, if they need help and they're willing to ask, like you can either help or you can make a suggestion to help them understand something that they didn't think about, but I do enjoy more woodwork nowadays than painting, but I still paint. It's kind of fun, You
got a little studio set up in your house?
At the house I have a little art studio. It's kind of like a cluster right now. There's like stuff everywhere. In that room is anything that you can think of, 5 or 6 different projects that I'm working on that are just stacked up, and I'll go back to them when I have what I need to work on them. Or 100 blank t-shirts that I need to screen print that I still haven't screen printed these shirts, and the shirts are just sitting there. It's like screaming.
Are you the person with like 10 projects and you haven't, you're just chiseling away at each one? And is that a little bit ADD or?
Yeah. Some problem like that, a little ADHD, a little ADD, can't focus, maybe too much coffee,
Are you on the spectrum?
Possibly.
Yeah. Seems like everybody nowadays has some kind of, little spectrum tendencies, or maybe we're just in the skate world. So we just kind of are drawn to, people on the spectrum are drawn to skateboarding. Yeah.
We're our own kind. We're just built differently. Yeah.
So who would you say your top 3 skaters, or you can go 5 if you want, that your biggest influences? Yeah.
When I was growing up, Chet Chillers and Adam Arfaro, dude.
Okay.
Nothing got me more fired up to skate than watching Label Live, the Black Label video.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, dude. I just the part that they share in that video is unreal. It's really good. Let's see. I always loved Tony T.
Yes.
TNT. Oh my goodness.
It's one of my favorite too.
Super hard skating, super quick. No regrets. If I'm going to slam, it's gonna be the best slam.
You take the consequences.
Oh, it's
Just
crazy because
yeah.
the guy is I would say at least 50, if not a little more. But
is he that old?
dude, I'm 40. I feel like he's got to be at least 8 to 10 years older than I am. I could be wrong.
I thought I was older than him. I don't know, but I'm turning 50 this year. But I don't know. Maybe we're the same age. I don't know.
Maybe I'm wrong, dude.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is gonna be a Google in a second.
Somebody tell us.
Somebody tell us right now. How old is TNT?
Yeah.
Still to this day, he slams.
Yeah.
Still to this day, trying ridiculousness, like as fast as he can go, as big as the drop can be, as much as the skate spot it isn't. Like the guy is still pushing himself.
He helped define early 2000s skating.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
There was that whole crew, Corey Duffel, him, Dustin Dolan, Chet Childress, Dan Drabel, all those guys.
Everybody lived Dustin Dolan, dude. The PD, everybody loved that.
Yeah. I mean, those guys to me like define early 2000s skating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, the early 2000s we lived the golden age.
Yeah.
And it was hard even as a high school kid to try to keep up with everything that was going on. It was coming out so quick, and as cities were changing, the spots were changing. It's still to this day that we deal with that now, but back then it's like, all these OG spots were disappearing, and people were trying really hard to get their clips, and so it was hard to keep up with everything that was happening. All the magazines trying to push stuff on you. I don't even think we have nowadays. Do we have a lot of the skateboard magazines that we had back then?
No, I mean just Thrasher, but there's Jenkem, I guess. Yeah.
Like there's no Trans World or This Is Skateboarding.
Is Trans World still around?
There's like Trans World, This Is Skateboarding.
There was Skateboarding Mag.
Skateboarding Mag. There's a lot of zine stuff that I saw, but yeah, like just as far as like reading all the magazines, like that was.
Speaking of zines, have you ever made a zine or participated in anything like that?
I started one that never got finished.
Okay,
it's like one of those art projects that's just lingering.
Yeah. That's cool. And as far as like DIY spots, have you ever like helped build any of those spots that are around, or are you just kind of just surrounding with the community kind of?
I wouldn't say I've helped any like heavy DIY spots like that. I definitely back a lot of the people that do participate in that.
Yeah.
I am not as, I would say, like talented as or knowledgeable as some other people, but you learn, like when you go and you participate, you learn, and from there you carry on. I think that's why I'm more along the lines do more wooden ramp and backyard ramp than I do concrete. Just like growing up with the guys, the old skate park of Austin dudes, like I was younger and we would go to skate park Austin, and
that was my next thing.
It's like, dude, I just wanted to hang out with them all the time. I just wanted to be accepted by these guys, and they build all this DIY. It's like the skate park wasn't the only thing. They had backyard ramp spots all over the
Banana
place.
Farm, Pecan Ramp, all
Banana
those Death Star.
Oh my god, dude. Take me back.
Yeah. So you were an old 69 bowl head, skate park Austin head, and I remember that little mini bowl next to the big 69 bowl. I loved that bowl with the escalator and the oververt pocket. Yes, man, that was my favorite thing, dude. Yes. Yeah, man. That I used to go to the skate park Austin just for that mini bowl, and I would just spend almost the whole time skating.
I would spend a lot of time in that bowl.
Yeah, man, that's really cool because a lot of people are, a lot of the younger crowd don't even know about that old skate park of Austin, and to me, it's just like, how could you not?
Well, nowadays, like, having a skate park nowadays is hard. What you do is unbelievable. That you're here and the kids can have a spot to come. It's unbelievable. I remember when Skate Park of Austin closed down, that was like tragic. It's like, where are we going to go? Like, what do we do? We had one other park up north, Capitol.
Yeah, Capital. Wasn't there like a Lone Star Park up there at the Arboretum or something for a while? That was like late 90s. I don't know. Through Chip and Carry, they've told me a lot of these spots.
I've heard of that park.
Yeah.
Was it Armadillo or?
There's Armadillo.
I think that was Corey.
And there's Power Plant.
Corey Thornhill.
Corey Thornhill. Yeah.
His dad owned that park, I thought.
Oh, did it? Okay. All right. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you'd have to go to the Won't Shut Up and Skate podcast for that one.
You definitely have to Chip about that.
Yeah, they're more the local state historians. But so speaking of which, the DIYs and things closing down, it's almost like this. It's like somebody dies. You know, the Candyland in recent news just got torn down. Finally, after they've been saying they're going to tear down Candyland for years, and it's actually finally torn down. And it's like you see on Instagram, there's like eulogies for these spots. I remember Bannister Ditch, you know, it's kind of like a eulogy. And, you know, people mourn the death of DIYs, but it's part of it, right? It's transient nature. Yeah.
It's skate and destroy. I mean, you build it, and you get to skate it for the time that you get it. And once that time's done, it's time to move on. It's time for the next project, next DIY, you know, whatever is next. Nothing lasts forever. So it's like, get it while you can.
Appreciate the transient nature of it.
Yeah, definitely. Candyland was a sick spot, and it was, sad to see it go. Definitely, I don't know if you ever heard of the Octagon. It was down south.
No.
That spot was pretty good. It was just like a slab of concrete behind the shopping center. And there was somebody that would go, and they just like, the slab was a octagon. And so they just kept building in the circle, you know? And so it's like, that's all it was. That was a pretty cool spot.
Hence the naming of spots, creating a culture out of just a random spot. Yeah, they keep circling back to that. Like,
finding a DIY spot is like finding that Pokemon card you're looking for. You know? It's like, oh my God, we found something awesome. Yeah. I definitely think it's like that.
Yeah, finding the DIY spot is like finding a Pokemon card, a rare card, you know, and you just want to hold on to it forever, but at some point you kind of have to let it go. My first recollection of a DIY here in Austin was Alien Pod. You remember that one?
I used to live down the street from it. Yeah. We lived on 22nd Street. I lived with a few skatehead guys, and we called the house the Shred House.
Yeah.
We had the old ramp from Fun Fest.
Oh yeah,
year 3.
Yeah.
We had that ramp in the backyard because the guy that helped sponsor that build just decided that it wasn't worth anything. Wasn't going to move it. And me and my buddy Max, everybody got kind of together, and we went to the park and had a time frame. You had to take it apart before we started to get fined by the city.
Yeah.
So we tore that sucker apart, and we just took it back to the house in his little tiny little pickup truck, white Mazda pickup truck. I think we could put like 2 quarter pipes in it at a time. The ramp was 28 feet wide, and it was like, okay, it'd be a lot of trips back and forth. But that was we were right down the street from Alien Pod, and so we watched it grow and watched the ramps just keep coming and coming, and it was sad when that spot got torn down, and it was like all of a sudden too. But that was a cool spot for sure.
Okay, all right,
we're back.
This thing like runs on AA batteries, and I got like a janky camera set up over there, and just it's all DIY, right?
Dude, it's 2025. Come on, bro.
Everything I do is DIY. Everything you do is DIY. Everything the skate culture seems to do is DIY, and if it's not DIY, then it's probably not all about skateboarding, right?
Probably.
Yeah, it's probably about money, right? And so this is obviously not about money. Anyway, you're talking about Alien Pod and the fun ramp, and you saw Alien Pod grow. And
it was pretty cool, dude. That spot was awesome.
And then it was a sudden tragic ending. Yeah. If you want to learn more about Alien Pod, the Darren Hoops episode, I think that's season 2, maybe season 3, something like. It was a really good long episode. So listen to that one. That one's not video, but Darren Hoops.
He's my hero.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's a
I think
good guy.
for me anyway, I know he didn't bring DIY to Austin, but he really helped, get the flywheel going for a lot of DIY culture in Austin.
He is all about a do-it-yourself.
Yeah.
Like, if you can't do it yourself, get out of here.
Yeah.
He is all about it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Darren is awesome. So anyway, go check out that episode too. So as we wrap it up, let's give me some shout outs to some homies. Just to people that you just want to mention, and and if you don't mention everybody, this is not like a popularity contest.
I can't mention you all.
Yeah, I know. It's like the Grammys, Thank you.
Well, like in skateboarding culture, like I would definitely say Lyle Wall him and his wife have had a lot to do with me growing up and where I'm at now. So to Lyle and Irma, thank you. Like, I definitely would not be where I'm at,
Yeah.
Johnny was always somebody that kind of like helped me out as well.
Johnny Penner.
Johnny Penner, yeah. Even after high school and stuff like that, we generally talked a lot. So like we always got together. Definitely a cool guy. House Park Morning Crew.
Yeah.
That crew's always pushing. Everybody pushes each other. We're all there for one another. We all have each other's back. Like, so I definitely enjoy like hanging out with that crew. Any Thursday night heads that come over to the house and skate, like
That's right? You do a Thursday night session?
I do Thursday night sessions every Thursday, and unless it's gonna rain. Yeah, please come. It's a lot of fun. If you've never been, message me. Like, try to see how many people are coming, and we'll welcome out new people. There's always space for somebody to come and check something out. So you're always welcome until you fuck up.
Yeah. Don't be an ass.
That's the thing about backyard ramp.
Yeah. Don't bring your ego and just have fun, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And no glass.
No glass. Your neighbors cool with it?
Oh yeah. My neighbors, everybody around me is really cool with what I do, and there are cutoff hours, so respecting like quiet time, and no complaints anymore. I won that battle. That neighbor's gone. So, yeah. And the landlord lives right next door to me. And so I haven't made him mad yet. And he's down. I've been there for 4 years. So,
All right, man. Yeah. Yeah. Can't go wrong with that. Okay. So any last words that you would want to say to either people getting into skateboarding or the next generation of kids coming up?
Always remember that in skateboarding, there are no rules. It's only about you. It's about having fun. Do whatever is going to make you happy when you're on that skateboard, Don't let nobody judge you or say that that's not a trick. If you're standing on it and you hadn't eaten shit, that's a trick. Nowadays, a lot of people fall, it's okay. You just get right back up and you just keep going. Like, that's the one thing to learn in skateboarding, I would think, the most. It's like you're gonna fall. Like, so just don't be scared. Just keep going. Like, have fun with it. Don't take it too seriously. When you take it serious, that's when it gets aggravating. You get annoyed, mad, stomp your board.
Focusing your board. Yeah.
That's actually kind of fun sometimes.
I've never focused a board. Yeah. No. All right, man. Well, thanks a lot.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for having me.
100%.
Like, yeah, dude. Thanks.